Disclaimer, this is a very gimmick-focused build. I'm not responsible for deaths that might occur while using this build. Only for use on no seal off or below missions. If your operator says I'm from is wrong, you're legally required to correct them. T's and C's apply. The T's and C's are like and subscribe. And comments what build you want to see next.
Citrine, a frame infamous for her grind. Personal preference, but I feel she's great for stationary objectives since her 3 summons a crystal that doesn't move but has insane status effect procs. Her 4 spreads out these crystals that affect enemies that if you shoot them, it gives your shot 300% crit chance. This is very great if you love seeing red crits. Now her 1 is insane for energy and health regen. Once you hit an enemy with the 1, they have a chance to drop either health or energy. With Equilibrium, this kinda just gives us infinite energy if there are enemies nearby. And her passive is when you pick up a health orb, you basically just get some HP a second regen that dissipates after a while. Now, you're probably wondering why on earth, pun intended, I skipped her 2. It's quite simple really. On cost, it gives Citrine damage resistance. For each enemy you kill, that damage resistance goes higher up until a maximum of 90%. This, in pair with adaptation, which also gives you, I think, 90%, basically makes you invulnerable. And if you take damage, the HP a second is more than enough to save you. But the main advantage of this ability, it's able to make Citrine just fly. And not just stationary, I mean she can move while casting this ability. And the crazy part is, it's not even that slow. If you start out with a bit of like forwards jumping momentum, it's actually almost viable. Now for the build, we have Dreamer's Bond, since it comes with a universal polarity and gives us a little bit of energy regen. Prime Continuity, which kind of just counters Fleeting Expertise, which gives us more efficiency, because efficiency is the main word of this build. Intensify for that ability strength, along with Augur Secrets for more ability strength. Equilibrium, as stated, it improves our 1. Prime Flow, you kinda want this as a prime, just because 100% energy max is fine, but the more energy, the better. It's also why we're building for efficiency. Adaptation, as said, with our 2, basically makes us invulnerable. And then the main cake. Natural Talent, 50% increase in casting speed. Sure, you can use this gimmicky build without Natural Talent, but you do lose a lot of mobility. Then for the Arcanes, just Arcane Energize, just that if you find one enemy, you do get a lot of energy. Arcane Guardian, just so that in combination with Adaptation and our 2, we're basically invincible for Steel Path. This build is very malleable. You can remove Adaptation, maybe Augur Secrets, maybe replace it with one of Citrine's augments, which does give her a lot more range. So, I said Citrine is very good at stationary missions, but with this build, you kinda can play around with it, which is pretty fun. So you start with 116. I don't recommend going straight for, or using the abilities straight off the bat. You should really use your 1 just for like 2, 3, just to get like max energy kinda. And then from there on, it doesn't really matter. Okay, there we go. Like for example here, it's... What more is there to say? I've been playing this for about 2 weeks now, and oh my gosh, it's so fun. The only weird thing is, if you press your 1, the crystals, or I should really say minerals, actually, they do kind of go where they want to, but that isn't that big of a problem. So these big rooms are really nice, because Exhibit A. Smaller rooms, you do struggle with mobility, but that's the case for a lot of mobility frames. So then here you go. Should be able to use it here. Oh, so you really want to bullet jump and then use the 2 just to get that added momentum. Like here, we're a little bit slow, but if we do it here, a lot faster. I don't think other abilities work as well. Or like, you know, Volt Speed, Molt, that sort of thing. But I haven't really tested it at all. This is a very beginner-ish friendly build. Another mission type, this build excels at, I think, would be mobile defense or even sabotage. Yeah, like, for example, there, the one goes all over the place. There we've got enough energy, and now we just need to get to the defense points. Like, as I said at the start, very defensive frame-ish, but this build does let you go between the defense positions quite easily, which is nice. The reason I have the shotgun instead of, you know, my favorite gun, the Trumna, it's just the 2 and then the 4 here, is mostly because you can kind of fly and then shoot, like, ever so often. So, for example, here... Okay, no, never mind the pet. For example, here, you can do that. So, I don't know, like, that's where I draw the line with gimmicks. Also, if you recast your 2, the damage reduction actually stays at the current rate at which you killed enemies. So, for example, now it's 90%, I recast, it's still 90. It doesn't go down or up, amongst other things. So here, for example, oh, you don't, okay, you don't make it? Oh, you can just use the 2 and then you're there. Pretty nice. Slide down. 2 here. See if we can fit through there. Nice, wrong way. Here we go. Recast for damage reduction. 3 here. 4. These enemies, they don't really need the 4. Like, even there, I don't even think the red crits register. Like, let's do this. Shoot it. 200k. It's pretty good. For the steel path, it's nice. Especially since we have so much energy. We can basically just recast it whenever we want to, even if it's for one enemy. And then I think what you can do is you can press 4 and then the 1. And then if the 1 doesn't kill the enemy, of course, you can still get your energy and health from it, which is very nice. And like, even if you're playing in a squad, first of all, your 3, actually, the amount of like shots it can fire at once depends on how many people are in the squad. So currently it's me and my pet, that's already 2. You've got 3 other people, that's 3 more. I don't know if there's a max. But yeah, now we can just extract. And I don't know, extraction is always super fun, because you don't have to worry about energy at all. You can just chill. Maybe a roll there, and then 2. Nice. And now a quick steel path showcase. So as I said, it's not really, or at least I struggle using her in steel path, using this build. So let's just get the enemies to spawn in. Let's have our 2 active, just in case, because I know these enemies deal a whole lot of damage. So level 140, pretty interesting. We really want to get as many kills as quick as possible, solely so our damage reduction actually gets to the full 90. And now we're fine. We have to recast our 2 when it's close to ending, because otherwise it's show over. Companion dies, but that doesn't matter. Since we don't have the augments. But yeah, as you can see, it works. We're taking a lot of damage though, which, I don't know, I just don't enjoy. I can see the rare crits coming in. There's 2 here. Have to keep the 2 active. Make sure these guys get away. But yeah. So with the 1 arcane giving us defense, armor, I mean, it's very, like, without it, I really struggled. So that's why I added it. Just so that the build works in most content in the game. But Citrine is very weapon focused. Like, you need a good weapon, otherwise it's just not gonna matter all that much. But here, for example, you don't really need the mobility build. So you should really just have more strength or whatever. Damage reduction stays on 90, HP is on 9.2. The reason we took so much damage there is adaptation didn't proc, I'm assuming. Because adaptation is for one type of damage. So the explosion there was a different time. This cost 3, 2, and then 4. But yeah, here you can see we're kind of getting overwhelmed. Let's get out of there. And this is what I mean. The build just isn't that good. Life support is dropping because we're not getting enough kills a second. All in all, it's fine. I really enjoy this build just because I don't do it on Seal Path all that much. Anyway, here I have the Warframe mobility tier list by myself. I am ranking every single frame that has some sort of mobility on a list and then making it into a series. So, Citrine, very gimmicky. So definitely not, you know, the default ones. The kind of work ones, not really, since there's a lot of setup. You need to specifically mod for efficiency and just energy in general. I'm gonna put it and there's something. You're able to use it as your main mobility thing. It's better than Invar's tripwires. It's a lot faster and just a lot more fun than a lot of these ones. But yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, subscribe if you want more of these videos. I'm a variety content creator, so next time it might be Dead by Daylight, Dual Night Abyss, or anything of the like. Anyway, see y'all in the next one.